Good morning, Kid Space. This week, we're still actually in the book of Ephesians and just actually in the second part of the verse, which we kind of memorized last month. So I just want to read this morning. Hope you guys are doing well. It says, for we are God's handiwork, or just another way we talked about that, where we are God's masterpiece. We are something He created that's special. Created in Christ Jesus. So we are God's masterpiece, something He created on purpose, for a purpose, with a purpose, on purpose. We were created to do good works, which God prepared for us in advance to do. So I want us to think about this. Just starting with the idea that God is creative. And I want to show you this. One of my most favorite animals is the duck-billed platypus. They live in Australia, and if you don't know what that is, you can imagine a raccoon. But imagine if this raccoon lived in the water. And imagine if this raccoon that lived in the water, instead of having a regular furry gray face, it had a bill like a duck. And I'll show you. Now you might know this from Perry the Platypus, if you've ever seen that TV show. Then that has Perry the Platypus with, what is it? Oh, Phineas and Ferb. There we go. Phineas and Ferb, they had a pet platypus. Now what I love about this is I feel like this animal shows God's creativity. God said, okay guys, I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna brainstorm this, okay? So guys, imagine this raccoon. Got it, God? Great idea. We're with you. Raccoon. Yeah. But what if I had him live in the water? Okay. Yeah. And we'll give him a flat tail and all that. But okay, listen, hear me out. What if we gave him a bill like a duck? Any ideas? Any feedback? Guy in the back says, God, isn't this a little bit crazy? God says, no, it'll be great. It'll be hilarious. They'll love it. And so he obviously got his way and came up with the duck-billed platypus. It's amazing. It's so creative. And this is one of those things where we get to see in creation just a little glimpse into God's mind. The God who created the world took time to make this little thing that lives in one part of the world. And the idea, and you're going to see this if you guys watch the So-and-So show today, is the idea that God is creative. And that means He comes up with interesting things. He doesn't just color in the lines all the time. He comes up with new ideas and new ways of doing things. And the idea is that God, since He's creative and He created you, He wants you to be creative. He wants you to use your brain to think about things in different ways. He wants you to draw a picture you've never drawn before, to try something you've never tried before. He wants you to think about things in new ways. So I just have a quick challenge for you today. And if you guys, as you watch the So-and-So show, you can keep thinking about this. But I want to challenge you to do something creative today. Maybe it's take your Legos and build something you've never built before. Build the tallest tower. Build the craziest ship. Try to build a duck-billed platypus if you want. Build the fastest ship, the coolest robot. Or if you don't have Legos, maybe draw something. Draw something you've never drawn before. Try to draw the coolest building you can think of. Or draw, if you were going to dream up a car that has never existed before, try it. Try drawing something. Or if you have clay, build something. But I want to challenge you today, and maybe while your parents are watching the service, or right after this afternoon, I want to encourage you to try to do something creative today. We serve a God who can take time to build and make something like the duck-billed platypus. And that God made you too. And He took just as much time and creativity to make you. And so He made us with His creativity so that we can be creative. So I just want to challenge you guys with that. It's one of those cool things that I always think about the duck-billed platypus, and it always makes me laugh a little bit because I just think, man, it's just one of those things that it gives us evidence that God has a sense of humor and he's creative. He doesn't just make everything boring. He could have just made raccoons or squirrels all over the world and just said, done. But no, he went back and said, yeah, let's give this one a duck bill, but make the body like a fat raccoon. I love that. So, all right, have a good day, guys. I'll talk to you later.